Welcome to the Historic Horizons. Make sure to subscribe and give a like so you can always enjoy our latest videos on history. John Lennon's final autograph. John Lennon stepped out of his New York apartment on a cold December morning, not knowing it would be his last day alive. A young fan named Mark David Chapman approached him with a copy of Double Fantasy album. Lennon kindly signed the record and posed for photos, showing his usual warmth toward fans. Just hours later, that same fan would return to end the music legend's life in one of history's most shocking crimes. Courage in the face of hatred. A lone African-American man stood quietly among hundreds of white supremacists at a Ku Klux Klan rally in Mississippi. His calm presence spoke louder than any speech could have in those dangerous times of segregation. This powerful moment captured the incredible bravery needed just to exist as a black person in the hostile American South. His silent protest became a symbol of peaceful resistance against racial hatred. The day America stood still, New Yorkers rushed through subway stations and crowded around radio sets on November 22nd, listening to breaking news that would change everything. President Kennedy had been shot in Dallas, and the entire nation held its breath, waiting for updates. People gathered in groups on street corners, sharing newspapers and comforting strangers as they processed this tragic moment. The city that never sleeps came to a complete standstill as America mourned its young. Liberation of Kiev. Soviet soldiers marched triumphantly through the ancient streets of Kiev after months of brutal German occupation during World War II. Local Ukrainian civilians emerged from hiding places to welcome their liberators with tears of joy and relief. The city had suffered terrible destruction under Nazi rule, but now hope returned to the Ukrainian capital. This victory marked a turning point in the eastern front of the war, testing death-defying protection. Three brave inventors gathered in a field to test their newest creation, a bulletproof shield made of specially treated metal. Frank Bellalou and Samuel Peterson volunteered to stand behind the protective barrier while inventor Elliot Wisprod fired bullets directly at them. These dangerous experiments were common in the early 1900s as inventors tried to save police and military lives. Their courage helped develop the body armor that protects law enforcement officers. Today, building toward the clouds, a fearless construction worker balanced on thin steel beams hundreds of feet above New York City streets. Louis Hine captured these death-defying moments as the Empire State Building rose toward the heavens in record time. These brave workers had no safety harnesses or protective equipment, relying only on their skill and courage. The finished building became a symbol of American ambition and the power of human determination. Underground sanctuaries, London families descended into dark subway tunnels as German bombs fell from the night. Sky above their city, children slept on train platforms while parents kept watch for the all-clear signals that meant safety had returned. These underground stations became temporary homes for thousands of people during the Blitz bombing campaign. The London Underground saved countless lives during Britain's darkest hours. Wartime disaster at sea. A massive explosion rocked the deck of a naval vessel during intense World War II combat operations. Sailors rushed to control the damage as smoke poured from the twisted metal and debris scattered across the ship. These maritime accidents happened frequently during wartime when vessels operated under constant stress and enemy fire. The crew's quick response prevented the ship from sinking and saved many lives. Masks. During the Great Pandemic, Seattle police officers walked their beats wearing cloth masks to protect themselves from the deadly Spanish flu spreading rapidly through America. This pandemic killed more people than World War I and forced entire cities to shut down normal activities. The officers continued their duties despite the danger, becoming early examples of essential workers during a health crisis. Their protective masks looked remarkably similar to those worn during modern pandemics. Beach fashion police. A stern policeman approached a young woman sunbathing on Rockaway Beach to measure her swimsuit with an official ruler. Local laws in 1946 required specific measurements for women's bathing suits, including strap width and leg coverage. Women who violated these strict modesty rules faced fines and possible arrest for indecent exposure. These outdated laws seem ridiculous today, but were seriously enforced at the time. Dining above the clouds, elegant guests enjoyed fine dining at windows on the World Restaurant, located on the top floors of the World Trade Center. The panoramic view stretched across Manhattan, the Hudson River, and into distant New Jersey on clear days. This exclusive restaurant became a symbol of New York luxury and sophistication during the 1970s and 1980s. The space hosted countless celebrations and business meetings before tragedy struck in. Cleaning up financial ruin, a humble janitor swept broken dreams and scattered papers from the floor of the New York Stock Exchange after Black Tuesday. The Wall Street crash of 1929 wiped out millions of dollars in wealth within hours and left investors devastated. This single day of financial panic triggered the Great Depression that would last for years. The janitor's simple work represented the massive cleanup needed to rebuild America's economy. Jackie the Soldier Baboon, a remarkable baboon named Jackie, enlisted in the South African Army during World War I and received his own uniform and paybook. This intelligent animal learned to salute officers, march in formation, and even helped with camp duties like lighting cigarettes for soldiers. Jackie showed incredible loyalty to his human comrades and became a beloved mascot for the entire regiment. His military service proved that courage comes in all shapes and sizes. Conquering San Francisco Hill, this brave driver navigated his Ford Model T down one of San Francisco's notoriously steep streets while passengers held on tight. These early automobiles had simple brakes and limited power, making the city's dramatic hills a real challenge for drivers. The Model T revolutionized transportation by making cars affordable for average American families instead of just the wealthy. Henry Ford's assembly line production made the American dream of car ownership possible for millions. Building. An Iron Lady French engineers and workers assembled the massive iron framework that would become the Eiffel Tower for the 1889 World's Fair. Critics called the design ugly and inappropriate for beautiful Paris, but Gustave Eiffel believed his tower would prove them wrong. The innovative construction used advanced engineering techniques that were revolutionary for the time period. This temporary exhibition structure became France's most beloved landmark and a symbol recognized worldwide. Creating a mountain guardian, Brazilian and French artists worked together to carve the enormous statue of Christ the Redeemer overlooking Rio de Janeiro. Workers hauled massive stones up the steep mountain using primitive equipment and incredible determination over several years. The project required perfect coordination between sculptors, engineers, and construction crews working in dangerous conditions. This magnificent statue became Brazil's most famous landmark and a wonder of the modern world. Brothers in flight Orville and Wilbur Wright shared the cockpit of their airplane for the only time in their aviation careers. Their father had made them promise never to fly together to avoid losing both inventors in a single accident. This special 6-minute flight in 1910 celebrated their incredible achievement of conquering human flight after centuries of failed attempts. Their invention changed the world and made modern air travel possible. Saving Ancient Treasures International. Teams worked frantically to save the ancient temples of Abu Simbel before rising waters would flood them forever. These 3,200-year-old monuments had to be carefully cut into blocks and moved to higher ground piece by piece. Egyptian workers and foreign engineers collaborated on one of history's most ambitious archaeological rescue missions. Their success proved that modern technology could preserve humanity's greatest cultural treasures. Connecting two boroughs construction. Crews built the massive Manhattan Bridge to link Manhattan and Brooklyn across the East River. Workers risked their lives on dangerous steel frameworks high above the water to complete this engineering marvel. The bridge opened new possibilities for development and commerce between New York's growing boroughs. This vital connection helped transform New York City into the bustling metropolis we know. Taming the Colorado River, thousands of workers labored in extreme desert heat to complete the Hoover Dam during America's Great Depression. This massive concrete structure controlled dangerous floods and provided electricity for growing western cities. The project gave jobs to desperate men during the worst economic crisis in American history. Their incredible achievement created Lake Mead and brought water security to millions of people. Hollywood's enduring love story Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson celebrated their wedding in 1988, beginning one of entertainment industry's most stable and admired marriages. Their genuine love and mutual respect became an example of how celebrity couples could maintain happy relationships despite fame's pressures. Both successful performers in their own right, they supported each other's careers while raising a loving family together. Their enduring marriage proved that true love can survive and thrive in the more challenging world of show business. Young stars on the rise. Patrick Swayze and Matt Dillon joined an ensemble cast of future superstars in Francis Ford Coppola's coming-of-age film The Outsiders. This movie featured an incredible collection of young actors who would all become major Hollywood stars in the following decades. The film's success launched multiple careers and proved that talented young performers could carry serious, dramatic productions. These rising stars brought energy and authenticity to their roles that resonated with audiences worldwide. Future dictators early days young. Kim Jong-il visited North Korean Air Force facilities during his gradual rise to power within the communist government system. His father, Kim Il-sung, was preparing him to eventually take control of the isolated nation and continue the family dynasty. These early military visits helped establish his credentials with the armed forces that would later support his leadership. His eventual rule would bring decades of oppression and international conflict to the Korean peninsula. Adventure in Colorado's natural wonder. A young couple enjoyed a romantic drive through Colorado's Garden of the Gods Park, marveling at the incredible rock formations. Balanced rock and other natural sculptures created a stunning landscape that attracted visitors from across the growing American nation. These geological wonders formed over millions of years through natural forces that created impossible-looking stone structures. The park became a popular destination for adventurous travelers seeking natural beauty and outdoor recreation. Luxury travel in Art Deco. Style passengers dined in elegant comfort aboard the Mercury train's beautifully designed Art Deco dining car during the golden age of rail travel. The sleek interior featured modern styling, fine materials, and impeccable service that made train travel a luxurious experience. The Mercury represented the height of American railroad engineering and passenger comfort during the 1930s transportation boom. These magnificent trains connected cities across the nation before automobile and air travel made them obsolete. Tokyo's bicycle food delivery. Skilled soba noodle delivery man balanced multiple steaming bowls on his bicycle while navigating Tokyo's busy streets. This traditional service brought hot, fresh noodles directly to customers throughout the bustling Japanese capital city. The delivery riders developed incredible balance and coordination to transport food safely through crowded urban traffic. This efficient system fed busy workers and families long before modern food delivery apps existed. Communist leaders' unexpected game, Fidel Castro surprised everyone by joining local students for an impromptu basketball game during his official visit to Poland. The Cuban revolutionary leader showed his playful side by participating in sports rather than formal diplomatic ceremonies. His casual interaction with young people demonstrated a different aspect of his personality beyond his serious political image. This unexpected moment of fun provided a brief break from the intense Cold War tensions of the era. Nintendo's card-playing origins. The Nintendo company began as a small family business creating beautiful hand-painted playing cards called Hanafuda for Japanese customers. Fusajiro Yamauchi founded the company in 1889 using traditional methods passed down through generations of craftsmen. These colorful cards featured seasonal flowers and were used for popular gambling games throughout Japan. Nobody could have imagined that this humble card company would eventually become the world's most famous video game manufacturer. Germany's People's Car Revolution. First Volkswagen Beetles rolled off production lines in West Germany as the country rebuilt itself after World War II. This simple, affordable car was originally designed to give ordinary German families their first chance to own automobiles. The Beetles' unique rounded design and reliable engineering made it popular with customers worldwide seeking practical transportation. This people's car became one of history's best-selling automobiles and a symbol of Germany's post-war recovery. Teaching children proper. Hygiene students at Toronto's Hester Howe Vacation School learned the correct way to blow their noses as part of comprehensive health education. These hygiene classes became essential during the early 1900s when diseases spread quickly through crowded urban neighborhoods. Teachers demonstrated proper techniques to prevent the spread of germs and maintain personal cleanliness in daily life. These lessons helped reduce illness and established healthy habits that children would practice throughout their lives. Revolutionary manufacturing. Tool inventors created the dimple-making machine in 1936 to precisely mark small indentations on metal surfaces for industrial applications. This specialized equipment helped manufacturers create perfect alignments and connections between different mechanical parts and components. The machine's accuracy improved product quality and reduced manufacturing defects that could cause dangerous failures. This innovation represented the growing sophistication of American industrial technology during the machine age. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to leave a like to support our work and share